You're listening to Sip and Grow the podcast, the show where we taste awesome, delicious wines while having unfiltered conversations about our passions, experiences, struggles, entrepreneurship, and life. My name is Nicole Di Pasquale, and I'm a wine enthusiast just trying to pursue her passions and dreams while taking you on the journey with me, one episode at a time. My ultimate goal is to not only bring you wine knowledge and value, but also inspire you to enjoy your process and journey in pursuing your passions and dreams. Because guess what? The person you become while enduring the process is more important. So sit back, grab a glass, and let's sip and grow together. Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Sip and Grow the podcast with me, your host, Nicole Di Pasquale. Today we are going to be getting into a very well-known New Zealand brand that created a new label, or brand as we should say. But New Zealand is known for its Sauvignon Blanc. So like about 85% of the total wine exports from New Zealand are Sauvignon Blanc. And it's Marlborough, which is where this wine is from, is like the known area in New Zealand for like premium wines. So way back when, not way back when, but in 1996, so in the 90s, there was this winemaker by the name of Kim Crawford, which I'm sure you guys have heard of. If not, I'll post a picture right here of the bottle. But Kim Crawford is a very well-known brand, New Zealand brand for Sauvignon Blanc specifically. And it basically it's sold here in the United States. Everyone, when they see the bottle, they know what it is. But Kim Crawford was this guy from New Zealand. He grew up in like the rural parts of New Zealand, and he he had a big vision for what he wanted to create wine-wise, but he didn't have a lot of money. So he actually married a medical scientist, Erica, which, hint, hint, I don't know if you see the name on the bottle, but this is his wife's name on here. And we'll get back into that. But like basically when him and Erica got together, like they had this big vision to create this label, and they didn't have a lot of money, but they were like, you know what, we're gonna do what we see and like make it happen. So in the 90s, they basically worked with like contract growers, basically outsourcing their grapes from vineyards within the area to create or make Sauvignon Blanc. And since Kim was a winemaker, he started to make this Sauvignon Blanc that was a huge success and hit. The brand took off rapidly, and they basically built this brand up for about like 9 years, and at the 9-year mark they sold it. So when they sold it to this company called Constellation Brands, which was like a big alcohol like beverage company situation. And actually they sold it to them in 2003, I believe, and Kim stayed on as the winemaker for a little bit, and Erica stayed on as like the marketing brand person, because that's how they worked when they were building up the brand. Like Kim would produce the wine, make the wine, outsource all the grapes and all that stuff, and then Erica would be in charge of, his wife would be in charge of like doing the marketing, branding, selling of the wine. So when Kim and Erica decided to sell the brand, because they basically wanted to build it up to sell it and make money off of it, they sold it in 2003. They sold the label, but still kept like physical assets. And then they officially sold everything, I think around like 2006. Yeah, it was 3 years later. So 2006, they sold everything. And actually, Kim, I believe, left in 2006 from the Constellation Brands, and Erica stayed on till 2009. But they basically wanted to have like enough money to create their or build their own vineyard because they never had that. So, and it was more of like they're doing it from a generational standpoint because they loved making wine and they wanted to have something for their family to like keep on doing for, generations to come. So what they netted from selling the label and like after all costs and everything, they netted about $50 million from selling the label Kim Crawford. But with that, when they left Constellation Brands, they had a 10-year non-compete clause where they couldn't make wine or sell wine for 10 years. So with that, they had already bought a certain piece of land in Marlborough, New Zealand, which is like the northeastern tip in the south. It's like a southern island, and it's within the southern island of Marlborough. It's in the northeastern tip of that island. So what they did was they sourced out a vineyard or a piece of land so that they can build and create a vineyard. They bought it, but they weren't able to like produce any wines yet because of that non-compete clause. But nothing in that non-compete clause said that they couldn't grow grapes. So that's what they focused on for the next 10 years was like cultivating the land that they wanted to cultivate and growing grapes based off of like what they wanted their new brand to be, right? So like Kim Crawford is this huge brand that now this other beverage company has. So like they couldn't reuse that name. So what the vineyard is actually called Loveblock. And this wine comes from that vineyard called Loveblock. So the new brand that they created is Loveblock. And then this specific label is dedicated to his wife, Erica, which it has like a cute little synopsis in the back. It says, Erica, relentless visionary creator. New Zealand vintner Erica Crawford has been labeled many things, but it's these qualities that have encouraged women around the world to chase their dreams. This Sauvignon Blanc was made by our winemaking team to celebrate Erica. It brims with peach, citrus, and pineapple, followed by a rich mouthfeel, texture, and pure joy. Perfect for a casual dinner with friends. Chill the bottle and share a glass with conversations of hopes and dreams. Erica would be thrilled. So, and then it says producer Loveblock Farms, which is their vineyard. And their vision for their vineyard is they basically wanted to have an organic, sustainable vineyard. So with that comes a lot of trials and tribulations because in order to build a vineyard up to like the organic, sustainable standards, it takes time. Like, they had to maneuver a lot of farming situations because again, Kim came from a farming background, so he was very invested and knew what he was doing, but it was challenging because the land that they bought is actually it's like a hill. So they have two lots on the vineyard. The first lot is called Hillside lot, which is about 72 acres of land, and it's actually like facing the north, which faces like it gets good sun exposure. The soil is actually really good for the vines there because it's clay-like soil, so that means good water retention. So with good exposure to the sun, good water retention, and then it kind of gets, since it's on the hill, it gets a good breeze around there. Like the wind exposure actually helps maintain or control the insect population within the vines because, Mother Nature, insects bound to be there. But they do have, there goes the fountain. They do have like certain practices within their vineyard that would be considered like sustainable practices to maintain and upkeep the vineyard. So one of them would be like they have chickens running around to like control the weeds and eat certain insects that might be harmful to the vines, just to kind of protect or manage the amount of insects that are within the vines. And then they also do have cattle and sheep that help with weed control as well. And then the second lot is at the bottom of the hillside called Woolshed Lot, which is a little bit smaller. It's about 27 acres of Sauvignon Blanc and then 4 acres of Pinot Gris, which I'll get back to hillside in a little bit to let you know what they plant there more or less, because since it's a little bit bigger, they have a lot of varietals on that one. But the Woolshed Lot, basically it's at the bottom of the hill. It's a typical valley-like soil area, whatever, or lot, I guess, because the soil there is basically like alluvial soils, which is kind of like a looser clay. So what that brings is actually good drainage, and it's just basically like leftover stuff from like, because usually at the bottom of the hill it's like having like a riverbank, right? So like whatever soil the river like wash that used to be there, whatever soil was created, it's like a looser clay-like soil. And then like also if there was like certain floodings, it's like whatever the earth left after the flood or the river that was there. So it's actually really good for the vines because of that good drainage system of like, you know, absorbing water, but if there's excess water, it drains out quickly. And again, that one, since it's at the bottom, it's a little bit cooler. It gets a lot less heat than the ones like the vines that are on the hillside. So it gives you a different character on the wine on the bottom of the hillside than on the hillside. One of the things that the hillside lot does have is that it basically like gives you good aromatics on the wine. And then they actually produce a bunch of varietals on there. So their two main ones that they have is Sauvignon Blanc and Pinot Gris. But oh my God, it's so hot that like a sweat, like my sweat just drips in my eye and it's burning my eye. Oh my God. So on the hillside lot, sorry about that. I wanna cry right now because my own sweat got me right now. On the hillside lot, it's 72 hectares, which is 180 acres. It's not 72 acres, it's 180 acres. I just get confused sometimes between the two. They produce Sauvignon Blanc and Pinot Gris are what they predominantly grow there, but they also have Pinot Blanc, Tempranillo, Gewürztraminer, Chenin Blanc, and Riesling. And then the Woolshed lot is just Pinot Gris and Sauvignon Blanc, which, yeah. Oh my God, guys, it's so hot. I need to get a fan or something when I'm sitting out here, and I don't know if you can see, but I'm dripping right now. Anyways, let's go ahead and taste this wine because your girl is sweating over here. Oof. This wine is probably hot already because it's so hot outside. I can't, I'm sweating. You saw that go down? All right. Well, this has a nice color. It's very golden, bright yellow. Ooh. This has a lot of, like a very citrusy feel to it. So hints of like lime, lemon. Definitely smell the pineapple in there. Oh my God, I'm crying because I'm sweating. Ooh, it tastes, it smells like very citrusy in your face. and it has very good minerality on the nose. Let's go ahead and try it. I'm getting hints of like peach, papaya, even. Definitely has lemon and lime in there for sure. Is very present, like the citrusy part of a lemon or a lime. Even like I would even go to say like grapefruit, but overall, this wine is delicious. It's very light on the feel, but then, or like very rich on the texture. It's like a light wine, but it's like rich on the texture. And after you drink it, it kind of lingers in the back of your throat, but like it's nice because it's more on the acidic side. Because I like, again, like you just have a bunch of like hints of like very citrusy fruits in there, and the minerality is amazing. And I just feel like on a hot day, like right now, dripping sweat. Again, the wine was super cold, but like just sitting here for the 10-15 minutes that I've been sitting here, it's not as cold as it should be. But I would definitely rate this wine I don't know. I would rate it like a 8.5 out of 10. I think it's really well structured for Sauvignon Blanc. It's crisp and fresh. Again, and it lingers on your tongue after you drink it, but like it's a nice feeling. Like it just leaves me wanting more, which goes to show you how much acidity is in this wine, which is one of my favorite, like it's my favorite type of white wine to have. So 8.5 out of 10. This is at a higher price point. It's a $30 bottle, and it's a screw top bottle, but it's a 2022 Sauvignon Blanc, named after Erica Crawford. But yeah, let me know if you're able to taste this wine. Let me know what you think, and if this is something that you would drink, or if it's something that you wouldn't drink. Whatever the case may be, let me know if you like it, and I can't wait for you guys to try it, and I will definitely see you guys on the next episode. I think I'm gonna go inside now and wipe all this sweat because we are dying out here. It's like 100 degrees outside, but cheers, and I'll see you on the next one.